Encountered a demon while doing Native American rituals. I'm Chiricahua Apache, and I was practicing to get closer to my ancestors. I was doing a ritual that involved a sweat lodge, where we got into a hut with volcanic stones that are put into a fire, and they're red hot, put into the center of the hut, and they pour water on them, and they close the hut off. So it's incredibly hot. You really have to push your body really hard. And there were no drugs or anything involved, just pure sweating. And after the sweat was done, we went into a different hut. It was a little bit bigger, but there was a drum in the center, and there were all the singers. They were beating the drum, doom, 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 doom. And they were singing whatever song that they were singing. And I would just describe it, whenever the bass dropped, I began to see beings that were like 8 feet tall, and it didn't make sense because the hut was maybe like 4 feet tall, and by then the hut had completely disappeared. And these beings were producing blue light. So like, as my clothes makes noise, on them, that noise that their clothes were producing were making blue light. And they were dressed in Native American clothing, so they had like loincloths, they had, looks like, vest on, and they had like a bunch of stuff hanging off of them. And what produced the most light was these rattles that they had, and they were dancing around us, rattling, and these rattles were producing blue light. And it would kind of like whenever they would shake the rattle, would like rain down like blue light. It was pretty crazy looking. My friend, I won't say his name, but one of these spirits slapped him in the mouth with the rattle, and he got a bloody lip from the event. And it was one of those things that just really blew me away, because I thought that witchcraft was something that you had to be like a witch or something to do. But then I saw the power that these Native Americans were doing in these rituals, and it just really blew me away. I kind of got freaked out about it, but it made me so curious to dive deeper and deeper and deeper into it. And I was pretty much never the same after that. And I realized after coming to Jesus Christ that those were demons, and we were opening up doors to the demonic. We were opening up portals to the demonic. And it was actually really scary now that I look back on it. And I am happy to say that all of the people who I was practicing, and the medicine man I was practicing under, his life was ruined. He ended up having to turn to Jesus. His marriage was destroyed. His wife's life was completely torn from her, and she's now a Christian serving the Most High God. If you're Native American, just tell me what you think about that. Tell me if you think that I'm right, that those were demons, because I now understand that there are no ancestors, that those are familiar spirits, and they try to drag you down. They try to take you from your real calling and your purpose. If you'd like to hear any other stories, just let me know.